Hello. So I have another book unhaul for you. Now I can't remember whether I've unhauled some of these or not. Um, but there's 15 paperbacks and there's two hardbacks. Um, so yeah, these are the books that I bought and I don't think I'll ever read, or books I tried to read and I didn't really like. Some of them would be recent. You may have seen them in a couple of book hauls recently. There are reasons I'm getting rid of them. Basically, an unhaul is where you show the books you're getting rid of, and people tell you what they want, and you sort something out. So what I'll do is I'll show you them. I won't talk about them. If I know a bit about them, I'll talk about them. Yeah, but I'll show you the books, and if you want any, my email address will be in the description box, so email me, and we'll sort something out. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. So the first book I have is A Treacherous Likeness by Lynn Shepherd, and this is about this is something to do with Frankenstein and Mary Shelley, and it's set in 1850, and I don't know, I tried to read it. It was covered by Really, but I tried to read it and didn't really like it. Then I have True Fire by Gary Meehan. I got about halfway through this book and had to put it down. I hated it. Writing style was terrible. For me, that is. I mean, you might like it. Yeah, so that's that one. Trust Your Eyes by Linwood Barclay. This is a crime thriller. I picked it up because it was really cheap, but I don't really like crime thrillers, so I don't know why I picked it up. Then I have Split Second by Sophie Mackenzie. Don't know what this is about. It's about a terrorist bomb in London, and this girl meets this guy, but she thinks he knows more about the bombing than he's letting on. I then have Vampire Labyrinth Red Eye by G.P. Taylor. Read about a chapter of this book, didn't like it. Yeah, it's about a guy who he's evacuated from, I think, London, and he goes to live somewhere in the Yorkshire coast, and the town is really creepy. And there's like a comet that hovers above the town called the Red Eye, which is making people a bit mental. Then I have The Shack by W. M. Paul Young. I bought it mainly because of the cover, and then I realised the man in the shop actually told me it was a Christian book. And yeah, I read about 3 chapters, but couldn't get into it. Then I have Marina by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I read about half of this book, but didn't really enjoy it. Then I have The Ruby and the Smoke by Philip Pullman. I don't know why I picked this up. I think because it was cheap, but I don't think I'll ever read it. Then I have Tertius by G.P. Taylor. Again, cheap. Tried to read it, didn't really enjoy it. It's about this creature called Tertius. I don't know, maybe it's not a creature called Tertius, maybe it's a boy called Tertius, I don't know. But yeah, that's that one. I have Agent 21 by Chris Ryan. It's about a boy who unwillingly becomes an agent. He's not very happy about the idea. And then he starts to enjoy the fact that he's an agent. But yeah, I picked this up because it was cheap. Don't think I'll read it. It's not my kind of book, really. Then I have The Air of Night by Helen Lowe. This is The Wall of Night, Book 1. I know the other 2 books are out now, but I just don't think I'll ever read it. It's high fantasy. Then I have The Last Wild by Piers Torday. I got to part 2 of the book, which is page 57, but I couldn't get into the writing style. Yeah, I just didn't want to continue reading. And then I have, these next three are part of they are a trilogy. Like I said, I don't know if I've unhauled any of these books before, so forgive me if I have. But I have the Millennium Trilogy by Stieg Larsson. So I have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. This one is a bit beaten up, the spine is a bit bent, and the pages are very yellow. In fact, a couple of these, the pages are yellow. Actually, those aren't too bad. And that's not too bad. The third one, the pages are yellow. So that's those. And then the two hardbacks I have are The Beating of His Wings by Paul Hoffman. Get rid of this because it's the third in a trilogy. And obviously I don't have the other two. And I did try and read it, but obviously I couldn't get into the story because it's the third book. And the last book I have is also a hardback, and it's The Long War, and this is by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. And this is actually really nice under the dust jacket. It's like this really cool landscape design, and the spine's really nice. And the back has some planets at the top. But yeah, I had the first book of this in hardcover, and then for some reason I got rid of it. And then I saw the second one in Asda, and I bought it. And then I realised that I gave away the first one. But yeah, sci-fi. It's about these worlds, and they collide, and there's a war. And yeah, all three of these are out now. So there's The Long Earth, which is the first one, The Long War, this one, and The Long Mars, which is out now as well. So yeah, that's why I get rid of that. So those are all the books I have to unhaul for you today. There was a lot, I know. Sorry if this video is really long. Like I said, if you want any of the books, email me. I'll leave my email link in the description box. Yeah, and I will send these books out to you. Only US and UK. Sorry, I can't do internationally. The postage is ridiculous. So yeah. Restricted to US and UK. If you want anything, email me and we'll set something up. Usually it's like an Amazon gift certificate or something off my Amazon wish list. So yeah, I'll leave a link actually to my Amazon wish list as well. So if you want anything, let me know, and let me know if you bought me anything off my wish list. Okay, so that was all I have for you today. And I will see you again soon. Goodbye, and enjoy the reading, because reading is totally awesome, and everyone should do it. And I can't get this camera angle right, and I'm looking in my mirror, not my mirror, my window instead of at the camera, so hello. Oh, look at all those books. That is a hell of a lot of books.